What up, guys? James from Bolt Bros here. Just going to give you guys a full Week 14 recap. We only had two teams on bye week, Commanders and the Cardinals. There's going to be no Kyler Murray drip check this week. Bummer. His outfits are ridiculous. Anyways, let's get into it. Patriots beat the Steelers 24-18. With two inept offenses, they find a way to keep this game interesting. I mean, we all thought this was going to be a field goal fest, right? What we got is the crowd celebrating to get first downs. Shocker of a win for the Patriots. Wild stat, the Steelers, since they fired Matt Canada as their OC, they have only scored 14.6 points a game. Previous 10 games, they averaged 15.6 points. Basically, not much of a difference. And now you just lost to two under 500 teams back to back. Yikes, Steelers. Woo. Bears beat the Lions 28-13. Jack Fox shows up with the drip check of the week, looking like a knight. Not really too sure why he wore that, but I assume it's a playoff of Wizard of Oz, Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Oh my. He was thinking Lions, Knights, and Bears. Oh my. I don't know. I was thinking he went to the University of Central Florida, where a mascot is the knight, but he went to Rice, where their mascot was an owl. Not sure where he's going with this. Maybe he thinks he's the knight to slay the bear. I don't know. Beats me why he wore that knight costume. But big loss for the Lions. Things are kind of getting a little unraveling with that team. Bengals beat the Colts 34-14. Straight up beatdown. Colts got beat not just by one backup quarterback, but two backup quarterbacks for the Bengals when A.J. McCarron came in for a few plays and almost had a touchdown that got pulled back because of a penalty. Last time I heard about A.J. McCarron is when he played in the national championship game versus Notre Dame 10 years ago. And Brett Musburger was perving all over Catherine Webb that entire game. That was such an awkward situation going on with that game. But man, it's been a while since I've seen anything from A.J. McCarron. Saints beat the Panthers 28-6. Just another week, another loss for the Panthers. Once again, that NFC South is wide open and could be a team that is 8-9 that takes the division. I will say the NFL has got to stop giving division winners a home playoff game when you especially have an 8-9 record, where you're going to probably end up playing a team with a winning record. They need to see the playoffs based upon records, not division winners. Please fix that, NFL, please. Buccaneers beat the Falcons 29-25. Truly, the Falcons are the Chargers of the East Coast. I've seen this type of game way too often as a Chargers fan. You're down in the game, you find a way to get a lead late in the game, you give the ball back to them, they drive the ball downfield and get a touchdown to only leave a few seconds left. Now you're praying for a miracle to happen to get a touchdown. Tough loss for the Falcons, and that NFC South is just going to be an absolute mess for a long time here, guys. Buckle up for that NFC South, guys. Somebody who's going to be 8-9 is going to find a way to take that division. Jets beat the Texans 30-6. Shocker of the week. I mean, I get it. It was raining heavily during the game, but the Texans absolutely got worked the entire game. The sad thing is the Jets could have had an offense like this the entire year, and it would have been a completely different year for them all around. Big win for the Jets, and to snap a 5-game losing streak. Ravens beat the Rams 37-31 in OT. This was one of the most enjoyable games of the week. Back and forth game, plus goes into OT. Rams punt the ball after their first possession in overtime with Tylan Wallace waiting for the punt. And then he gone 72 yards to the house and game over. What a way to end that one. Wow. Browns beat the Jaguars 31-26. So question to Doug Peterson. Was it a good idea to play Trevor Lawrence with his bad ankle? He throws 3 picks. They also had 1 fumble, so a total of 4 turnovers. Browns did only get 14 points off the turnovers versus Jaguars getting 7 off of their turnovers, but that was the difference to the game. Also, the Texans lost. So the division, nothing changed at all. So was it a good idea for Trevor Lawrence to play? I don't think so. By the way, I read this article. The Browns fans are saying we should give Deshaun Watson's money to Joe Flacco. Guys, pump your brakes a bit on this Joe Flacco talk, guys. Come on. Vikings beat the Raiders 3-0. Absolute snore fest. I really don't know what to say about this game because there really isn't much to talk about at all. Vikings are celebrating in the locker room. But either which way, all I could say is FTR, family, trust, respect, all day, every day. Let's go. Niners beat the Seahawks 28-16. Niners are the best team in the NFC, and I might say in the NFL. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro, for sure. They absolutely put up a clinic on the Seahawks by putting up 524 total yards of offense on them, with a balanced defense getting 4 sacks, 2 turnovers. This team is going to be tough to beat in the playoffs. Bang, bang. Niners, let's go. Broncos beat the Chargers 24-7. Well, that's a wrap for 2023 Chargers. Herbert goes down with a fractured index finger on his throwing hand, and we lose a must-win to stick around for the playoffs. This team has underperformed on so many levels. This Santa right here is all Chargers fans every year, just smashing some beers to get through the season. Wild stat, Chargers were 0-12 on third down. 0-12 on third down. How are you going to do it? This is impossible for your offense to do anything. That has to be some sort of record. Brutal season once again for the Chargers with high hopes. Bills beat the Chiefs 20-17. Well, the good Bills showed up and got a big win in a critical time to make a move into the playoff race. Now, Mahomes flipping out late in the game on that no call on Von Miller being offsides was just ridiculous. I know it's an emotional game, but bro, Mahomes, come on. You get calls all the time. If it doesn't go your way, all of a sudden you make a big fuss on the sideline. That's how the cookie crumbles, buddy. But I ain't mad at that no call. Cowboys beat the Eagles 33-13. Eagles fumbled this game away, literally. 3 fumbles in Cowboys territory. It's an absolute disaster to get a chance to put this one away for them. Currently, they have 19 turnovers this season, which matches the same amount of turnovers they had last year in 2022. Wild stat, for the NFC #1 seed race right now, the Cowboys, Niners, and Eagles are all tied at 10-3 record right now for the 1 seed with 4 games to go. Buckle up, NFC. Here we go. Giants beat the Packers 24-22 in an absolute wild one. What a wild sequence of events where the Giants are driving the ball into Green Bay territory with the lead at 21-16 in scoring position with about 4 minutes left. But you do the thing you should not do at this point. Saquon Barkley fumbles it. Packers recover the ball and get to the Giants' 28-yard line. No. 9 plays later, Packers score a touchdown, but can't convert the 2-point conversion. That is huge. Big stop for the Giants. Packers are up 22-21 still. Now with 1:33 left. Well, now the Italian stallion, Tommy DeVito, comes in cool as a cucumber. Only needs 8 plays to get in field goal range, and Randy Bullock knocks in the walk-off field goal to win it. Wild stat, Tommy DeVito is now 3-1 in his first 4 starts. Has this guy right here saved Brian Dable's job? Let's see. Let's see. Titans beat the Dolphins 28-27 to end the Monday night doubleheader. Absolute shocker of a game here. Dolphins late in the 4th scored 2 touchdowns in a total of 1:33 and go up 27-13. You would think with about 4 minutes, 34 seconds left in the game, this game is a wrap. Pump the brakes, Dolphins fans. A meltdown is about to go down. Titans' next possession score a touchdown at 1:54. Dolphins get the ball back and go 3 and out. You can't do that at this time of the game. Next possession for the Titans. They get a touchdown in 54 seconds on 4 plays for 64 yards and go up 28-27. Dolphins blow it with a desperate attempt to get back into this game, and the Titans end it with a sack on 4th down attempt by the Dolphins. What a couple drives for a good old Mayo, Will Levis, to be able to get this win and steal this one from the Dolphins. What a game. That's all the Week 14 NFL action for all the NFL games. Fun way to end Week 14 with those last 2 Monday Night Football games. Amazing to be able to see kind of what's happening now with the playoff race. A lot of teams are showing up, and you're starting to see the contenders versus the pretenders now. Wild to see, guys, but on to Week 15. Let's go.